She's ready.
You can go.
Okay. We'll call the North Miami CRA agenda to order Tuesday, April 10th, 2018. Could we call roll call?
Board Member Galvin. Board Member Keys.
Here.
Board Member Desorme.
Here.
Board Member Bieneme.
Here.
Chairman Joseph. Board Member Keys, we have a quorum.
Thank you. I see Assistant Chief Beige in the audience. Would you lead us in the pledge, please?
Stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Be seated, please. We have a motion to approve minutes of March 13th, 2018, please.
Second.
Ask for motion.
Oh, so moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I have a motion made by Board Member Desorme to approve the minutes for March 13th. That motion was seconded by Board Member Bieneme. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Item passes 3-0.
Do you have any amendments to the agenda?
No, we do not.
Okay. First agenda item for year ending 16-17 financial audit presentation, HCT Certified Public Accountants and Consultants.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Roderick Harvey, partner with HCT, the audit firm of record for the North Miami CRA. Thank you so much for having us. Also with me is Thomas Williams III, who is a staff accountant with the firm, who will also be working through our presentation. This presentation is on your financial statement report for the year ended September 30, 2017. Just as a highlight, we will talk about the audit opinion rendered. We will go over a financial summary or comparison, which I always think is important because it'll talk about where did we start and where did we end. Then we'll get to the management letter comments. We will review or preview. Can you hear me? We will review or preview the prior year management letter comments and then also talk about any current year management letter comments. And of course, the best time of any talk is the question and answer. So we will allow 3 to 5 minutes or however much time that the chair allows for any questions and answers. At this time, I'm going to have Mr. Williams walk you through the numbers that we have for our audit presentation, and then I'll come back and we'll talk about the management letter comments. Mr. Williams?
Good afternoon, members of the board. This is just a brief overview of the purpose of the CRA. I don't think we need to dive deep into this, get right to the numbers. First, want to highlight that for the fiscal year 2017, the CRA did receive a unqualified opinion, which means the statements are fairly presented in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles. Now taking a look at the balance sheet for 2017 and compare that to 2016, you will see that the cash did increase and you were able to lower some of your liabilities. And that's important because one of the key ratios, quick ratio, cash over current liabilities, so that you're able to pay your current liabilities as they come up. Moving on to the P&L statement, or the statement of activities, you will see that the TIF revenues increased by $500,000, which means that the money that the city is putting the money that the CRA is putting into the city is you're receiving that residual value with your TIF dollars increasing. And you will also see that in 2017 expenditures increase, so you should see the value of that property and you should see increases in TIF monies coming down the line as well. Now just a quick comparison of the budget to actual. You will actually see that although we didn't bring in the money that we originally budgeted, we were able to keep expenditures down and still beautify the city as the CRA is which it's supposed to do.
What page? Give us what page. Are you done?
This is page 6. Should we didn't bring what we were supposed to bring?
Are there any questions?
Yes.
I think they're looking for that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Financial
That would be
statements?
towards the back of the,
Yeah, I'm looking at that, but you made a statement saying that we anticipate, I guess, the projected, amount, and we got less in taxes, is that what it is in the TIF? Okay, so can somebody please correct that?
Well, let me just give a quick add-on comment.
Mm-hmm.
So the discussion, and if we need to, we can go back through the statement of position and the statement of activities. But the current point that you bring relates to the budget, where you thought you would be based on your actual, where did you end up? And so the comment from Mr. Thomas says that we didn't hit our budget. So that was his point.
What was the budget amount? What did we budget?
Well, we have two amounts. We have an original budgeted amount of 3.5 million.
2.5.
And then we have I'm sorry, did I say that wrong? The
No,
original
no.
budget was 2.4 million.
2.4.
The final or amended revised budget was 3.5
So
million.
we went over.
so and I apologize. I was
Okay.
highlighting the
Got
carryover
it.
surplus line item.
Okay, so I
That's-
just want to make sure.
Yeah, that's the item that caused that overall budget.
Got it.
So,
Okay.
sorry. Thank
No,
you.
no problem. Thank you.
Now turn it back over to Mr. Harvey.
So want to spend some time and talk about your management letter comments. As you are aware, management letter comments are those things as auditors that we feel are important enough to be written up. We are also required to comment on any prior year findings. So if we make a finding in a prior year, we have to follow up. So as relates to your prior year findings, which would be 2016, we have had none. And as relates to our audit procedures and steps for the current year, we find no material findings, significant deficiencies, or other items that should be reported in accordance with GAS. So overall,
Let me add to that so they'll know exactly where you're referring. In the financial statements that you have, that letter that Mr. Harvey is referring to is on page 25 of the financial statements.
and so based on our audit procedures, methodologies,
Wait,
and
wait.
testing,
I'm sorry, 1 second.
yes, sir.
We don't have a page 25 based on what I'm looking.
Management letter?
It's in the back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see it. Okay, right next to 26. Okay, it's back in front. Thank you. I'm sorry. You could continue, sir.
No, good. I'd rather take the time to go through it so that we are in good shape. And so based on our audit, testing, findings, procedures, we are basically reporting to you that staff, under the direction of the manager or the executive director, has done a good job as relates to the year ended September 30, 2017. We have no material findings or significant weaknesses noted, and that's on top of not having any significant findings or significant deficiencies noted in the 2016 year. So if the chair will allow, I will entertain any questions that you may have at this time.
Mr. Mayor, I have questions.
Go ahead.
So our revenue was up a little over over a million? So I'm looking at the budget. So the
You're
original
looking
was
at the budget?
Yep.
Okay.
on page 8. So the original budget was 2,469,000 and the final is 3,593,000. So does that mean we had
1.4.
excess revenue that we were?
That means that the original budget, as first proposed, was amended to a new number. The carryover surplus is what you will see in our document on page 9 in the presentation.
So we have an extra $1 million over what we budgeted originally? Is that what that is? Between original and final?
Yes.
And why did we have an extra, where do we get that extra $1 million? Was that part of, where did we get that
Councilwoman,
extra
I'm
$1 million
sorry.
from in
No,
revenue?
we don't have an extra million. As you recall, when this budget was done last year, we were in the middle of our negotiating with the county. At the time, we were negotiating with the 50-50 TIF
Mhm.
percentage, as you recall, and that's the budget that was approved.
Okay.
When the plan was finalized December 2016, they changed the formula, as you recall, and we had to do a budget amendment in January to recalculate it. So that's why we had, the revenue went up. And this was presented to the board in January
Okay.
for approval.
That makes sense. So original budget expenses was 6.5 million, and we went up to 7,000,009. Is that because we increased items because we had the extra money?
Yes, and as you recall, they also had tagged along the housing, affordable housing, where we had to put in at least 10% of our budget and so on and so forth. And that's how we created our housing initiative as a result.
Okay, thank you. No more questions.
Mr. Chair, I have a quick question. And most
For the
likely
executive
you.
director?
In our budget, do we have any item that was budgeted like 2 years ago that's gonna expire this fiscal year?
So we're careful about doing that analysis on an annual basis.
Okay.
I know the items that are close, and I think we've had a discussion, the Greenway project was one of those, but I know we've had a discussion about reallocating those dollars to advance the Griffin Park design.
Okay.
So we'll be fine in ensuring that compliance.
Okay. We don't have any money left that we need to use by September 31st?
As of right now, no. I know we went through all of our grant allocations, so we've been on it. But what I can do at the next meeting, if you like, do a full analysis, kind of give you a forecast of where we think we're going to be on the projects that are there now.
Okay. No, I'm talking about.
No, we
Why,
were in
that's we have to
compliance.
move
Yeah,
every
we're in
year.
compliance as of this financial statement date,
Okay,
so
okay.
we're fine.
I see what you're talking about.
I have a question. How much money did we return on TIF thing for the county? To the county?
For this fiscal year?
Yeah, for this fiscal year.
1.3 million.
Okay. Okay, oh, that's, okay, 1.30, okay. All right.
Actually, I'd like to correct that. It's 948,000
Mhm.
for the county, and the city, as recall, now we reimburse them, it was 356,000.
Okay, no,
So,
just
The
the
ad
county.
would be
Yeah, so the
1.3.
the city and the county is 1.3.
Three.
No, I was referring to the
Yeah.
county, so it's the 900 something thousand.
Yeah.
Okay,
This
thank you.
fiscal year, we gave them.
Go ahead. Mr. Chairman, for record reflect, Councilman Galvin joined a little bit late because of the weather. The $350,000 that the city reclaimed, what became of that $350,000? Where did it go?
That rolls back into our general fund.
And it's just right now unallocated?
No. In each budget year when we start the budget year, we actually do a forecast of what we expect to be given back based on the numbers we get from the county when we prepare
Gotcha.
each budget. So that money was accounted for in the budget that was approved.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Sure, good, yes, Brooke. Well, have any other questions on the item?
No, sir.
Agenda item 1. Any other comment from the accountant?
Well, again, we want to thank you, Mayor, and the Commission, council people, for allowing us to serve in this role. Also, again, to highlight the job that the manager and executive director with their team has done over the really 2-year period. And so we're just glad to be a part of this team. So thank you for having us.
I'd just like to add to the record, I want to thank the auditor, our finance team. We were able to get this audit up and down and close well within the time frame that we needed to. So we were able to meet all of our statutory deadlines. So I want to put that on the record. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that doesn't go without saying, because there were many years where we were nowhere near that deadline. So let it be known, thank you, because there were many years we were way off.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Next item is a presentation from our
Assistant Chief Page,
Assistant Chief Beige. Is it you mean the campaign? The
presentation on NOMI Connect.
okay, let me connect. So yours is afterward?
The third one.
Good evening. and I'm here to present the North Miami Connect program briefly to you. Oh, you introduced me already, but Assistant Chief Robert Page, City of North Miami Police Department. The North Miami Connect program, as you can see from the graphic, will connect security cameras through the internet to the police department. Public safety and security is everybody's responsibility. The Community Connect allows businesses and the police department to efficiently collaborate to improve public safety and make North Miami a great place to live, work, and play. Community Connect makes it possible to share HD quality video directly with the police department. This allows access to HD quality video in real time, improves situational awareness, and helps solve crimes faster. It will serve as a force multiplier and helps build partnerships with the local communities. The diagram on the right depicts how the concept of the Community Connect would work. Both real-time video and archived video is shared from surveillance cameras at local businesses with the police department. The police department can monitor the video, a virtual patrol from time to time. The police department can use the camera feed for real-time situational awareness while officers respond to calls at businesses or in the area of the business. Archive video can also provide the police department with an immediate description of subjects or subjects, allowing responding officers to identify and locate them while they're still in the area. This may not sound like a big item, but I can tell you many times when we respond to a business, a lot of times only one or two people in the business may have access to the DVR, and sometimes it could be several days before we can actually access the security feed. And in that time, the great likelihood the subject is no longer in the area. If we can instantly access the video feed, we can circulate that photo or the video to our officers in the area as they respond, and we can possibly locate the subject while he's still in the area. So how does a business join North Miami Connect? There are several options on how they can become part of North Miami Connect. If you're a current Comcast Smart Office customer, you can share your cameras with no additional cost. You can contract with Comcast for video camera service. You can install a Gentech compliant security camera and subscribe to Stratacast. If you store the video on your camera, it's $6.95 a month, and if you use cloud-based storage, it's $17 a month. Or you can contact Gentech for a network security device, which is a device that would sit on top of your existing system and allow you to pick and choose which cameras you would want to send to the police department to share. Some of the benefits of joining North Miami Connect is the ability to share your camera system with the police department, allowing officers to utilize your video feed during the course of their duties. You control the system and can stop sharing at any time, and you can control which cameras get shared with the police department. You increase shopper safety. You can monitor your HD video from anywhere because it's a web-based system. So for many smaller businesses, this is now an opportunity to allow them to monitor their cameras from a remote location also. It can reduce the loss from crime, and it will have a direct impact on public safety. Are there any questions?
Okay, I'd like to add, I forgot I should have done the introduction for Chief Page. This is a collaboration with the CRA and the North Miami Police Department. As you know, part of our grant guidelines is we offer grants for security enhancements. And it is in our plan to provide innovative community policing. So this was a great opportunity for us we provide the funding for local businesses who need that security, and we collaborate with the police department to provide that the technical support, the safety, and for the community to feel safe, and we can have immediate information. I think one of the new businesses is just signed up.
Correct.
Maggie
The
Shoes.
first Tommy Shoes, right
Tommy
across the
Shoes.
street by
Yeah.
Subway, is
Okay.
the first one.
Now, even if this is in collaboration with the CRA, I would like to see this presented in our regularly scheduled meeting.
We can, and
Yeah,
what we
because-
really wanted was the shoe store is our first one. We want to pilot it,
Yeah.
and hopefully within this week or the earliest next week, we can have our first live camera up and running, and we may be able to show it, demonstrate it actually.
Yeah, if
how
we do it
works.
in a regular council meeting, I think more people will have exposure to it, and we'll be able to take advantage of that. My second question is, if a business has, let's say, have 9 or 10 or 12 cameras, can they handpick which one they want you to share? They want
Yes,
to share with you?
with the force option that we showed, if you get the Gentech security device,
Mhm.
which is a device that would sit on top of your DVR, you could actually determine which cameras you wanted to share.
Okay, cool.
So we recommend to many businesses to share their public-private cameras such as alleyways, parking
alleyways
lots,
and
front
street, yeah.
doors.
And parking. All right, sounds great.
Ms.
Any
Steve?
questions?
So it's $7 per month per camera.
It depends on which option you take. If you have a Comcast Smart Business customer, and you have cameras already in your business which are covered under your Smart Office agreement with Comcast, there's no additional charge to integrate your cameras into with the police
Comcast
department.
Smart Business.
If you install a Gentech compliant camera, which there are hundreds of Gentech compliant cameras on the market, then yes, it would be $7 if you have it on a local SD card storage, and then $17 if you use cloud storage per camera. If you have a larger business where you have multiple cameras, 10, 12, 15, 20 cameras, your best option then would to look at the Gentech security device, which would allow you to then pick and choose which cameras you would share, and then you'd work out the pricing with Gentech for a larger bulk order. This program is really designed for a lot of the smaller businesses that may have 2, 3, 4 cameras, and not so much for the big corporation that would have a multitude of cameras.
So my second question is, the CRA is partnering and spending money to help do this project. Is the CRA also giving grants or anything to the small businesses for the cameras or for any starting expenses?
It is one of the eligible uses in our grant guideline. So yes, we are providing it to all businesses. Of course, if you follow the grant guidelines, if you received a grant before, you'd have to wait. You know, there's a waiting period, but right now it's in all our grant guidelines. Even the smaller one, the beautification enhancement grant, which is $25,000, up to $25,000, 100% match, you can get the security camera enhancement out of that.
Okay, thank you.
Does the mayor qualify for that?
Can I,
I just put up I just spent a tons of money in camera system in my building. Yes or no?
I don't think so, sir.
Oh my God.
let me ask a question here. I see the presentation, and I think it's a very bold and innovative idea. But we have issues within our own, which I know you're aware, within our parks, which they've been breaking into cars lately due to, and I know we have cameras there. Can the city do something to ensure that those cameras are working and that system is connected with us? Because I went to the park the other day. I had so many residents just walked up. They don't even want to park there during the daytime.
Yes, it's possible to integrate the system into our system, so that is a possibility. We'd have to talk with IT and just see what the cost would be, since I don't know if the camera systems we currently install are compliant with it.
I don't even think they're working. Are they? I don't even think they are.
But I can tell you that we've made a big effort at the parks, and we do patrol the parks much more frequently now. And in the last probably 3 to 4 weeks, especially at Pepper Park,
Yes.
I don't believe there's been any vehicle burglars reported to us. There may have been some that had gone on, but
I
they
was
weren't
there.
reported to us
Yeah.
probably in the last 3 weeks.
I was there 2 weeks ago, and there was two cars that was broken into, according to the park manager and two other residents. But okay, we'll have a side conversation regarding that. Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you very much, Paige.
All right, thank you.
The one for Comcast is called what? Comcast friendly or Comcast
Smart
what?
Office, Comcast Smart Office.
Smart Office, okay. And that one would be connected free to you guys. Now we go to what? Universal Studio? Hmm? Okay, agenda item 3 is the Downtown Nomi marketing update, in which we're going to be viewing 1 or 3 videos. 3? 1? I thought you showed me 3. Huh?
Cut it down.
Huh? What happened? Budget? Budget problem?
Did you see the picture I sent you?
Yeah, been well.
And where's the video? Yep. Just single click it. Okay. Okay, and then go backwards. Okay, and then minimize. Awesome. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and now I gotta hit play, right? F5. F5. Yeah. Where's F5? Here we go. And then do I have a clicker? No. Okay. Okay. All right. That's good. That's perfect. Sarah's right here. Come stand with me. You did a lot of work. Come here. You gotta stand up. Okay, thank you for having us. I'm Sharon McCormick with Redevelopment Management Associates, and this is Sarah Blake with RMA as well. And we've been, especially Sarah, has been in locked arms with your amazing staff here, and we want to give you an update tonight and talk about the actual launch of the Downtown Nomi brand and marketing campaign for the end of May. So the official launch and opening of this would be at Jazz at Mocha, and it's a really exciting time. So we're going to go through a little recap of where we've been and where everything is, and I know some of you have seen part of this. So the first was, we established the vision when we started working with you, and for Downtown Nomi, it's to be known as a place where you'll enjoy a rich, diverse cultural experience with live music, great food, stunning art, and unique shopping. And the implementation strategies from the marketing plan, which we're still very, very proud that we won the Florida Redevelopment Association Planning Studies Award, the Roy F. Kenzie Award for this plan for your downtown. So that was really wonderful. We were excited about that and had our pictures taken and all really good, and we were recognized by by FRA. So we have the new logo and tagline, a brand standards manual. I'm going to go through pictures of all of these. The branded stationery, the photography for the marketing campaign, the downtown pole banner campaign, advertising templates, social media templates, a new scrim banner that's in production right now, the downtown walkers guide, the grant guideline updates and the recipient stickers, and then a new CRA website and a promotional video. So as we go through, you've seen the new logo, Downtown Nomi, and the North Miami CRA logo as well, and then the campaign strategy being "To know me is to love me." Now, what I wanted to kind of share about this kaleidoscope is that when we worked here and worked closely with Rasha and really discovered and uncovered what was so unique and authentic about this area, it really is, the diversity and the melting pot and this wonderful cultural, experience that you can have here. And I have shared often with a colleague of mine that created an event that's won multiple international festival and event awards. She entitled it Kaleidoscope, and I asked Rasha permission if I could even share this with you, just to put an idea in your mind about future steps. But the Kaleidoscope event was an event that celebrated. It was a multicultural event, and it was almost like a miniature Epcot in your city, where the consulates of many countries were connected with the schools, elementary schools and middle schools, in their art programs, and the students for about 6 months studied that particular country, and then came together for a 2-day event where they built sort of a 10 by 10 space that showcased that country. And then there were a lot of sponsors that were associated with this, and one of the schools would win a prize. And then there was an independent judges, who would judge the different presentations. So it was called Kaleidoscope, a celebration of many cultures. And it's just something that I've always thought about and felt like that would be something that would be really, that fits here so authentically. So it was just an idea, and I wanted to share it with you as a conceptual thing, because I know I've talked to Rasha about it a few times over the last few years. So anyway, we created the brand standards manual for the CRA so that everything would remain consistent and and really project an image. And along with that, we did the branded stationery and the business cards. And then we worked with your photographer that we issued a request for the quotes for and settled on a photographer who took approximately 500 photos. And these are all downtown, business owners at events, food and activities and things that make up. So you've got about an inventory of approximately 500 photos that can now be used on the website and in future marketing collateral. So it's wonderful to have real photography, so you're not having to buy stock photography. You can really showcase who you are in a multitude of ways. Then we've also worked on the pole banner campaign. So before the end of May, we will have 52 pole banners go up. There's 24 different designs, and they're going from Northeast 125th from 5th to 14th, and then on West Dixie from 123rd to 130th. So that's the first installation. In the future, you could add more. You could, continue to kind of express this brand. And the four words that are kind of explain what you'll find in North Miami. It's tasteful. So to know me is to love me. You have chefs and food, and these are real things that you can get here. So this is tasteful, and then we go into rhythmic, and again, you can see this. We have eccentric, and then artistic. So those are the four words that you'll see, and they'll go into a pattern throughout the downtown area. We created the advertising templates. So those are things that can be used, in a number of ways. Then we also created the social media templates, and that would be, for your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, and any other template you might need these different opportunities to use for social media, again, providing a consistency. And then the scrim banner is in production right now. This would be for the CRA to use anytime they're going to, any kind of trade show or anything like that, anywhere that they want to put this up. So again, it's very branded and goes along with your whole identity. Next, we have the Downtown Walkers Guide. I'm going to have Sarah open it up for you. This is just a proof. We're printing 10,000. They're almost in production. And this is not the real paper, but this is going to be an interactive guide online in the future. But right now, it'll be printed. It'll be at hotels, and we'll be able to distribute it to the business owners. And it's a really fabulous walker's guide, very organized. You can pass it around and look at it, but just know this is not the real paper. It is just a proof from the printer, so it doesn't have really the right color exactly, and definitely not the right feel. But it gives you an idea of now you'll be able to find. And then we're planning, Rasha has it budgeted to really update this about 2 times a year, so that as new businesses come in, they can be, if a business comes in or goes out or whatever, it can be updated. Printed material is very difficult, of course, but it is good that at once every 6 months, printing 10,000. I think I can see you guys going through 20,000 in a year very, very easily. So that's really exciting. And then the grant recipients have a sticker. This is just an image. Here's the actual example of a sticker that goes on the window. So again, you're really promoting what the city and the CRA is doing for the community and for business owners. And then next this is wonderful. I'm turning it over to Rasha. It's very, very exciting. Right now, this is your current website, and while she gets this set up, she's going to take you through what your new website, and again, I believe the launch is going to be, Sarah's worked very closely with the web developer, creating content and putting it all together, and it'll be, hopefully before the end of May, because we want all of it to launch at one time. So here you go.
Thank you. Thank you. The vision we had for the website, and we searched all over, the DDA, the downtown development authorities throughout, and economic development agencies. It's to be business friendly. It's to be developer friendly. It's to attract people and tell people, what's going on in North Miami. So I'm showing you right now our existing CRA website as a before, and this is our new proposed website. We have some pictures right now. This is 60% done. It's not complete. We're still uploading a lot of information, a lot of pictures, and so on. But I just want you to get a feel of what it is that we're launching. So It tells you about North Miami. It tells you the projects and initiatives that we're working on. It has a local business spotlight, which is very interesting because what we're doing is we've been working with the finance department and the clerk's office and the zoning department, and we're getting all the businesses in the city of North Miami, and we're going to have a directory on the website. And if you are within the CRA, you will have an opportunity to be on our local business spotlight. So I use, for an example, Luna Star Cafe. If they have a special happening, a happy hour special or an event, she can send it and it'll pop up on our website as a local business spotlight of something that's happening and so on. So that's taking a little bit longer because there's a lot of data that we have to filter through and walk through. So the first page, the first website that I showed you, as you remember, it was very more not business friendly, but more government. Now every single thing that you saw on our original website is now on this one page, which is about. It has our mission statement. It has the team. I will be uploading your pictures soon. There we go. So everywhere you see our logo, it's going to have pictures, and it's going to be like kind of like a windmill of pictures and activities of what we're doing and so on. And it's more user friendly. And people are interested about the maps, the budget, what we're doing. Like right now, our annual report, which was recently published, it's very easily available and easy to read for people as opposed to scrolling down. So now it gives you a better viewing opportunity, and you can scroll through the projects and the information that we're providing to the public. So that's just one of the new assets from the website. Then you are open for business. We are marketing the city. We're marketing North Miami as a place for business that we're, between Broward and City of Miami. And again, you're going to see more information about us in terms of the brochures and everything that we're doing in the pictures, all the business opportunities, the grants that we offer, whether it's from the CRA or the city side from the Economic Development Department. It would all be there as a one-stop shop for people. It'll have our zoning map. This part is for not local, but visitors of our area. So if you're coming to downtown North Miami, you want to know what's going on, who we are. This page will help you understand who we are, what we offer, what kind of events. Again, we haven't populated all the pictures. So you'll see the pictures showing the local businesses and kind of like a windmill. You can explore. It's going to be categorized. So if you're looking for dining, arts and entertainment, furniture, it's all there. Fun for everyone. We're showcasing not only the parks, the library, even the businesses, Ninja Lounge, and I forgot the pony rides, anything that we're doing in the city. It doesn't have to be in the CRA, but it is because we're marketing the city as a place to come and enjoy. It'll also be there. Events, we're going to have, Jazz at Mocha, anything that is a cross-promotional opportunity for us to bring people to the downtown and to the city. We're going to have it here, and it's going to be, updated on a regular basis. Again, we try to make sure that everywhere you look, it's showing you, again, these are examples where it says merchant promos and events, but it's going to have the local businesses, whatever it is that they're proposing, whatever it is that they're promoting, it'll be there. You have access to it. And it's, very mobile friendly. We have a late night feature that we're showcasing. It was funny because we were talking about, happy hour, who does what, and we realized that just in our downtown core, we do have, Billy's Pub 2, Luna Star Cafe, Pinecrest Bakery that just opened, and the Nomi Bar and Grill, and also Cafe Creme. They offer a happy hour. They offer a late night feature, but we just, we've never really paid attention to our assets. And also, as other restaurants and businesses improve and open late, we'll be able to incorporate it. So that's it. Okay. Newsworthy, everything related to our newsletter, our awards, press releases, photo galleries. We have a partnership page with the City of North Miami. It's really directed towards the economic development, the Chamber of Commerce, Miami-Dade County, State of Florida, the Haitian American Chamber of Commerce of Florida for local Haitian small businesses, and there's a Contact Us feature. So the other thing, there are three things missing right now. One, which will be the commercial that I'm going to show you now. Two, it's an interactive GIS map of all the grants and all the projects and initiatives that we're doing. So I'm going to show you a sample of, where did I put it? I have a sample, but I can't find it. I'm sorry. Bear with me one second. No. I had to. I can't find it. I'm sorry, I can't find it because I had to close it earlier. But it's an interactive map. So essentially, as businesses are getting grants, it'll pop up as a pin prick on the map, and you can hover over it and see what it is. What was the grant for? If it was a residential grant rehab, a commercial rehab, what it was. And as the projects are being are completed, you'll see a before picture and after picture. So you can see overall, where our investment and where the businesses are benefiting from the CRA and so on, and also the homes. And lastly, the other aspect is we're updating our agenda and minutes viewing. I'm working with IT on that because we're about to update it. So once that's also done, it'll also be here. Right now, it's not showing. You just have the meeting and agendas, and it refers you back to the old website. We estimate that this will be done. We need to get it done by the end of May, obviously, so we can launch it all together. But, I mean, this is our website that we're proposing. It's linked to Facebook, YouTube, all the social media gadgets. I'm not that techie. That, that the PIO department recommended. And so this is our new business-friendly CRA website for you to review and so on. Okay, and then lastly, the commercial, right? I can do the commercial now? Okay, so the commercial is 70% done. It's taken a while because we've had to, take pictures of businesses and so on and so forth. The last part of this commercial will be finished during Haitian Heritage Month because we wanted to showcase our annual cultural event. And once we're done taking those pictures and those snippets of, the music, the food, the families, and the activities that we're showcasing for Haitian Heritage Month, we're going to incorporate it as part of it. And that will be the commercial for the downtown. So let's see if I can press it. Here we go.
I love the people and the culture that's becoming North Miami. And I'm hoping that more and more people get to know the area, get to experience the shops, the galleries, the amazing restaurants.
It is becoming one of the most vibrant art and design districts of all of Miami and South Florida.
Very homey, and they love the restaurant. It's very easy to access from the beach, from the north at Ventura, or even from Biscayne Park and Miami Shores as well.
It's going to be a wonderful opportunity in the city of North Miami. Very excited.
So it's almost done. We're just waiting for the clips from the Haitian Heritage Month events, and the commercial will be ready for us to upload into the website and on our Facebook page, YouTube, and even on Channel 77.
And that's it. Any questions?
What about the Ray Charles estates? You don't think we make it the Ray Charles? The Ray Charles estates? I saw Ray Charles on there.
In the Nomi Bar and Grill.
Oh, okay. So we don't have to worry about getting sued or anything like that.
No, those images are public images,
Mr. Chairman. On the commercial that I just saw, in the first 30 seconds, it mentions becoming twice, and then a little bit later says, we have an opportunity. I think it would seem, personally, I'd like to see that removed, because I think it sounds like we are trying to become something where I think we'd rather have people know that we are something, as opposed to we're striving in the future, we're becoming. It was there twice in the first 25 seconds.
Right. We can continue to edit. Sarah's has worked very closely with Rasha as well, and look at that for sure, and look at all of the footage that he got, because he got a lot of footage, and then he's clipped it together. So we should definitely look at that, because that's the thing. You don't want to project something that isn't truly what you are really seeking to project now.
If I'm a tourist and I'm trying to decide where I'm going that night, I'm not going to go where they're becoming something. I'm not going to go where they're becoming something twice within 15 seconds. I'm going to go where they are something. So I'm in my head, I'm comparing how we compete with South Beach or whatever.
Very good point.
The flyer here that Rasha's got in her hands, it's going to be put in hotels. We have one hotel in this, well, I'll just say we have one hotel in the city of North Miami. I won't mention the one on District 4. I don't know how many tourists are there or what they're shopping for. But what hotels specifically will you be putting the brochure in?
I don't have it. Do you have a distribution list that you've actually established yet?
No, we're going to get it from the Greater Miami Visitors Bureau.
Yeah, really working with the working with Greater Miami, and then
I will tell you, so something like this, the building, I live in the Grand, they have a hotel. In the lobby, we have basically a kiosk, and it has a bunch of these from different cities and different attractions. So this would be something that would be, there'd be 20 or 50 of those in there. And when I tell you, literally, like the tourists that go through, they go to that kiosk, oh, where do I want to go?
Right.
That would be a place where you would see these cited, and they're there. I've seen it happen.
So next question, you said we'll easily burn through perhaps 20,000 of these. Who's going to be tasked with replacing them? Is Rasha going to be hauling butt around town in her car? I mean, we have a small CRA staff. Who replaces the brochures when they run out?
That's tough.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Well, that's not realistic, so we have to, we sort of have to work through that.
Yeah, I know what I've done in other cities, and that's there are different ways to do it, because every CRA has a small staff, so it really becomes we're really identifying. I always like to also start with the downtown businesses. Each downtown business takes a small stack as well, because your customer that's already downtown in one business is the most likely customer to actually go to the other businesses if they know about them. And if they have something in their hand, each of your downtown businesses saying, hey, yeah, you got to go down the street as well before you leave, or when you come back, plan to come here. So they'll become your number one advocates. And then beyond that, it's really about, then you go farther out. So start in the center and then continue to go out. And it could be, a college student who you give the task to, because you've identified the locations, and then which concierges you're going to work with, through the CVB and things like that.
The website, northmiamicra.org, is cumbersome. If I'm Googling where I'm going tonight, I'm not Googling North Miami CRA. Have you given any thought to purchasing other domain names that would drive people to this page, a la, knowmeistoloveme.com.org, etc.?
Yes. Didn't we buy those, Rasha? I think we bought, yeah, about, in the very beginning, we bought several URLs.
Okay.
To hold them. To know me is to love me, downtown know me, .org.com. I
Also-
think we bought several. So we
I
should,
wanted to
well, you
add
should check.
that a few years ago, the City Commission Council had voted to have a website for businesses. I think it was nomibiz.com.
Mhm.
That will also be
Redirect.
redirected to the CRA website as well.
Mhm.
So
And that's-
we had bought it and we hadn't started it yet, but so this is it.
That's the website where we came with the resolution for the businesses to post there.
My feeling would be that when you roll this out at the end of May, you need to use a sexier website, not northmiamicra.org. That's because that's. And then my last question, a lot of what you're doing right now is what traditionally a chamber of commerce would do. Obviously, our chamber is sort of rebooting itself, but is our chamber playing an active role in any of this, or is this supplanting the Chamber of Commerce? And that look gave me the answer. So. I would love us to see us
let me
involve the
say this,
Chamber
and I
of
think
Commerce.
we've had quite a conversation about the chamber. You guys actually allocated some money, allowed me to do a plan with them. So in some respects, yes, we are supplanting, if you will, but we are still working through their plan. So as time goes through the plan that we've already worked through, I suspect they're going to start to grow, and now we become more partners than what's going on now. And we are partners now. I mean, we're working with them. They're helping out with some of the initiatives that we have going on right now. We're talking about Taste of North Miami and all of those things. So we're getting there. So I wouldn't. It's not a. We're CRA. We would have to do this. These are the things we're supposed to be doing anyways.
Right.
As part of our statutory requirement of relieving the slum and blight. These are the initiatives that we would undertake.
Yeah. Okay.
Those are my questions.
Thank you very much. You mentioned I would call it like a kickoff, kind of. But you mentioned that we're planning to do it like doing Jazz at Mocha. Jazz at Mocha starts like around 9 p.m., 8 p.m. I think it's a little bit too late. I think it's something we're branding. It's something we should do like in the maybe mid-afternoon or late afternoon hours, so that people are walking by.
On a work day?
No, it's Sunday. I mean Saturday night. Jazz at Mocha is Friday.
Friday.
Okay, Friday.
I think 7's good, happy hour time.
Yeah, 6, 7 o'clock. Yeah. So start it like around 6. Kick it off. You plan to have like 99 jam there or 95.5?
The band, the jazz band that we pay for will be there.
I'm saying to forecast it.
Right.
Yeah, man.
we can work through those logistics.
You need a radio. You need a radio personality there. Like we had Joe Rose on Saturday,
That was quite good.
for example. I think we should have a radio personality there.
All right. We can work through those logistics. That's not a problem.
It's looking good.
Yeah, it's exciting. It
It's
really
looking
is.
good.
It'll make a big
Exactly the way I envisioned it when we first started this, when we embarked on this whole journey.
Perfect.
A couple of years ago.
Excellent.
Yes, I have some questions. It looks very, very nice, and I'm very in supportive of some of the initiatives, especially the downtown piece. But the website, I think, needs to reflect the city more, which I don't see that within the website, unless it's going to be a website catered only within the downtown of the city. So is this video going to be on the city website or the CRA website, or it's gonna, like, I would support the own downtown branding of have it there, and then on the CRA website maybe have it there, and also other areas within the city that does reflect the whole aspect of the city.
So the website is going to be reflective of the city, city businesses, city assets, the parks, and
Okay,
everything.
but what I'm saying, based on your presentation, I didn't feel that I saw that.
I realize that. I mean,
Okay.
because that part is not uploaded yet.
Oh, okay.
So that's what we're focusing on. We're finishing up gathering those datas from all those businesses and those parks and so on, so we can have it as a feature on our website. The campaign itself that we're launching is part of the downtown campaign, so that'll be specifically focused for the downtown. I've already been asked about doing something for West Dixie. Somebody else commented about Northwest 7th Avenue. So
Okay.
those campaigns and those visions will be, unveiled. Well, no, I know, but we have to, like here, we found the niche, we found the things that,
Yeah.
we can market. So, and also this is because, we're providing these grants. Let me give you an example. The small business person that's not able to have a website to be on our thing, on our CRA website, with the capacity building grant, the retention grant program that we have, you can help a small business person to be more social media friendly, branding and marketing themselves, so they can be part of the CRA website. So it's all kind of feeding into it. So this is just the first step, and when we roll it out, it'll, show everything.
Okay.
You have another question?
If there is no more question, this is the end of this agenda item. Now we up to reports. CRA attorney, do you have any report?
Mr. Chairman, I don't have a report, but I would just like to compliment this CRA, this board, their staff, RMA, and the work they've done. I mean, the transformation over the years is amazing. And I just have to compliment. I see it all coming together at this point. And having been here through the good, the bad, and the ugly, I'm happy to be here for the good again. So I just want to compliment you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Manager?
Going to give an update on the textile trade show.
I think we had discussed that there's an apparel textile sourcing trade show May 21st to the 23rd. This afternoon, Councilman Desulme and I were fortunate enough to attend their press event at Mono Wynwood, and there's a blue folder on your desk for the press packet of what they're showcasing. It was incredible. We were showcased as a partner of this trade show. The CRA and the city were working with local businesses that are either fashion designer or textile producers, and we've been working with Sam Blatt to identify those businesses to make them part of a booth at the trade show, so we can promote, made in the U.S. And for the city. I think they said that they had over 1,200 merchants and businesses coming from all over the world that are going to be attending, and it was an exciting press event. So I just wanted to mention that. And again, it is May 21st to the 23rd at Mono Wynwood. And as soon as we get more details, we'll be forwarding it to you all so you can make it and attend. That was one. And the second item is, as per our state guidelines, we are required to print and to produce an annual report. And you have a hard copy on your desk also. Again, this is reflecting our past activities for the past year. This has been advertised in the Miami Herald. It's at the city clerk's office for review. It is on our website, and it's also been distributed to the county and to the state as required by state statutes. So I just wanted to again showcase all the activities that the CRA has been doing for the past fiscal year. I'd like to thank our, the finance department, our graphics department, most definitely, and Gail McDonald, my staff, who has been very creative in making this presentation more business friendly and people friendly to read and to understand where our impacts and our investments is going. Thank you.
Thank you very much. One last word that I would like to say before we go. That's really to piggyback on what Mr. Attorney just alluded to. I remember 4 years ago, our CRA was pretty much non-existent. 3 years ago, we started the fight. I can call it a fight. It was a fight. Because when I started going to the MPO, which is now the TPO meetings, and they were talking about doing away with our CRA. That was the plan. Okay? But we got together as a team on the dais as well as the administrative team, and we decided to revamp our CRA, and we came up with, RMA. I'm not going to say how we came up with RMA, but RMA was referred to me. And we were told that the RMA was the Cadillac or the Mercedes-Benz, depending on which car you like, of CRAs. And now we can laugh about it, but, Galvin can remember. You too, Vice Mayor, as well as Mr. Bien-Aimé. These were some hard moments. There were moments that tried our souls. And even when we were fighting on the forefront, I doubted myself a little bit, knowing whether or not we were going to still exist as a CRA. So RMA came in, they grabbed the bull by its horn, and they took the leading role, and they said, follow us, we can do it. Took us months and months and months of going back and forth and going downtown. And we heard the little train that kept saying, I can, right? All those big trailers went and tried, and they couldn't make it to the mountaintop. I think I can see the mountaintop now. Thank you very much, and I think we've gone a long way. Thank you very much for everything. It's looking pretty good. With that, if there is nobody else who wants to say anything, we shall call for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you very much. We will reconvene at 7 p.m. for our regularly scheduled council meeting.